Manchester City is under intense scrutiny after being hit with 130 charges for alleged breaches of Premier League financial regulations. The club, which has dominated English football in recent years, now faces a potential nightmare scenario, with experts suggesting that relegation could be on the cards if they are found guilty. The long-running case against City is moving towards a decisive moment. Pep Guardiola himself acknowledged the gravity of the situation earlier this month, stating on February 7, "In 1 month, I think there will be a verdict and the sentence." This has left fans and football analysts speculating on the possible consequences for the reigning Premier League champion. Football finance expert Kieran Maguire has weighed in on the matter, stating that City will likely face severe punishment to serve as a warning to other clubs. However, while the club may be demoted, they would not be barred from entering the English Football League, EFL, which governs the Championship, League One, and League Two. Speaking on the BBC Radio 5 live podcast Football on Trial, the Manchester City charges, Maguire suggested that a points deduction is the most probable outcome. However, this would not be a minor penalty. It could be far more severe than the 10-point deduction Everton received for violating profit and sustainability rules, PSR. A points deduction would be the most likely outcome should the club be found guilty, Maguire explained. If Everton received a 10-point deduction for exceeding financial limits by approximately £10 minus 12 million in a single season, then Manchester City's punishment must be much harsher to serve as a deterrent to others. He further speculated on the potential severity of the penalty, stating, "We could be looking at a deduction of anywhere from 60 to 100 points. Such a penalty would virtually guarantee relegation from the Premier League, pushing the club into the lower tiers of the EFL." Maguire has consistently maintained that a points deduction is the most appropriate penalty if City is found guilty. He previously made similar claims on the Tear Us Apart podcast, reiterating the possibility of a deduction ranging from 60 to 100 points. Beyond sporting consequences, a guilty verdict would also raise serious questions about the integrity of Manchester City's leadership. Maguire pointed out that the club's board of directors could be accused of misrepresentation and dishonesty towards the authorities, which might result in them being removed from their positions. There have also been suggestions that the EFL might refuse to accept Manchester City into its competition. However, Maguire dismissed this possibility, stating, "Looking at their rulebook, I don't think that is feasible." As the verdict date approaches, Manchester City and their supporters face a period of great uncertainty. If found guilty, the club could experience one of the most dramatic downfalls in football history. With the Premier League keen to enforce its regulations strictly, City's fate could serve as a precedent for financial discipline in English football.